You
Okay,
look for the
look
birds.
for the birds because they're stirring up plankton with their baleen brushes and their teeth and their because what we have here, my dad's a marine geologist, and what we have here is the continental shelf drops off pretty quickly, not too far out there, miles. I mean like 10, 15 miles it drops down between here and the Farallones. And what happens, the reason this area is so rich with marine life is this upwelling going on. And what happens is the deep plankton, all the little microscopic little fish and krill and things are super rich here, and the whales come through and they run them through their baleen, their brush teeth like toothbrushes, and the birds all come. And that's how you know where the whales are.
For real? Will the whales jump out of the water like you see them in the movies?
They jump out, and they're right here. You're like literally in the spot, and this is the time of year.
Wow.
Yeah, and so you'll see whitecaps, or you'll see a spout, and it's morning and evening is when you see it.
So right about now then, another hour or so.
And you look for the birds, flocks of they're not super significant birds, they're just like birds, and you just notice the flock, and you notice where they're going. And then you're like, oh, that's where the whales are.
And that's where the whales are.
Because they're feeding on the stuff coming out of their mouth, the plankton. They're feeding on basically the whales are sifting the water. Most of these whales aren't carnivores. Most of these whales are vegetarians, and they're sifting all this plankton through. And they spray out a lot of stuff, and the birds come to eat them.
Oh, that's why you're saying you have to wait for the birds.
You
right.
look for the birds. That's how you identify the whales. And there's a great place called Whale of Adelie between Half Moon Bay and Santa Cruz. And you sit there and literally they're just going by and spouting. And this is another spot. So you know the spring? Did you see the spring? There's a spring right here. So I carry my bottle of water. So when you go back here, you'll notice a parking lot on the right and a parking lot on the left. And you'll see a van, I think I just saw a van, pulled over, and you'll see 2 pipes coming out with water. It is the finest water in California, a gallon.
Down in downtown Stinson?
No, it's right here, literally, are you walking?
Yeah, I'm with them.
5 minutes walking. Notice a parking lot on the left. That's the Steep Ravine parking lot, which is another great spot. And you'll notice one just beyond it on the right, and you'll notice these pipes. I've been drinking this water for 10 years. I met a guy who raised his daughters. He said he's been drinking it for 30 years. If you Google it up on YouTube video, It's called Red Rock Spring.
Red Rock Spring. And it's a store, not too far from...
There's no store. It's just you put your water bottle under the pipe, and it's an artesian spring. It's
For real?
Straight out of the mountain.
Because it's easy to find, though.
I would offer you a sip. Would you like one?
Yeah, why not?
I mean, this is the shit.
Is it easy to find, though, when you're coming down the hill?
Right here, it's coming up your next parking lot on the right.
Next parking lot on the right.
That's the spring.
That's the spring. Yeah, not bad.
And there's usually 1 or 2 cars pulled over. Go back against the hill. They have a little shrine there, but it washes away. Is that good?
Yeah, it's delicious.
Good? This is the
right from the
shit.
spring.
What's your name?
Chuck.
Jill.
Nice to meet you.
Nice. Where are you from originally?
I'm from the Bay Area. I grew up on Berkeley, Oakland, and then I work in the city.
Mm-hmm.
And this is one of my hobbies.
And you're a filmmaker.
Not exactly. I'm more of an adventurer.
Nice.
Hiker, runner, cyclist.
Nice.
And so I just took on videography in relation to my passion for hiking.
Nice. Well, I'm a hiker too, but I tend to go for the mountains, like the Sierra, or really the Rocky Mountains is my passion. Telluride, Colorado. That's about the prettiest spot
Telluride, I heard about
on
Telluride. Yeah.
the planet if you're into hiking and you want to go do some incredible hikes and film some stuff that'll blow your socks off.
For real?
Oh my God. Now there's definitely money and wealth and, what did I just drop? I have had a glass of wine, true confession. And now I just lost. I was gonna finally, at the end of my work day, I was gonna smoke a cigarette, but now I just dropped it and it's gone.
Well,
Isn't it funny how karma works?
This is part of what I'm doing also is for my Facebook YouTube page, where I'm gonna show tourists about all the attractions throughout the Bay Area. San Francisco,
Okay, so if you
Muir
did the
Woods.
link, people might get pissed, but hey, water's for free. If you, check it out. I never have had painted nails in my life, but last night I got inspired. But if you Google up Red Rock Spring, they give you the whole breakdown of that water. They do a whole
Red Rock Spring.
scientific analysis of the next
Okay.
parking lot on the right where the springs are. Do you have a water bottle with you?
Yeah, I do. I always keep water and some food.
Okay, don't worry, you won't get sick. This is like the best water on the planet. So I'm kind of a freak. Like you hike, I go for water. Like I drive around the country, I go between here and Colorado, and I'm always looking for springs of fresh water. And I've got my gallons in the back, in my trunk, and I always fill up at the springs. And there's a whole crew of folks like me, and we're just all about water, and we look for good water. That is one of the finest things on the planet.
Yeah. All right.
And so that might fit into your film, huh?
Yeah, I'll check it out. Anything that's that tourists might find of interest, and locals alike as well, who might not be familiar with.
And there's no problem like telling tourists about it. I mean, I'm a world traveler. I love Lonely Planet. That's kind of my favorite. Do you like those guys? Are you
Yeah, man, they
familiar
always
with
show up on the internet all the time. Those websites.
them? You should read their book. They wrote a book about their story, and it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
Get that book
Yeah,
from the
cool.
library, Lonely Planet. So you're on the same page as them. But they did it with a motorcycle initially across India and Afghanistan. It's a great story.
I'll check it out.
Check it out.
Yeah.
Lonely Planet.
All right,
I
Joe.
forgot your name again.
Chuck.
Chuck. Once again.
Yeah, appreciate it.
How much wood does a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck can chuck wood? Do you ever hear that?
I think I might have.
That's kind of an old New England thing.
Yeah.
It's like a tongue twister. When you can't talk, if you can say, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck if a woodchuck could chuck wood, then you know you're okay.
All right.
Good to meet you.
Likewise, Joe.